Okay, dear students, in the last video we studied chapter number 1. We were studying actually chapter number 1. In that we took a glance on the introduction we took regarding the electric charge. This is about the electric charge. Charges are of two types, right? Intrinsic property. The SI unit of charge is coulomb, like this. Okay, we studied about what is charged and what is uncharged body. We took the properties in the last video, and now we are going to understand the method of charging the body. In that, the first method we have already studied, that is contact method. So for the revision of contact method, we took one example. Suppose this is the sphere A, sphere B. Sphere A having a charge support 100 coulomb, and suppose that sphere B having a charge Q equal to 50 coulomb. Now these two spheres are connected by conducting wire. What will happen? This is the question. So in this example we can add these two charges, 100 plus 50, it becomes 150 coulomb, right? And divided by 2, 150 divided by 2, it becomes 75. So 75 coulomb charge will be the charge on A, and 75 coulomb is the charge on B, right? So this is the contact method. Now we are moving towards the induction method. So what is induction method? It's very simple. You just concentrate. For that purpose, again take a sphere kept on insulating stand. This is the sphere A, and charges are randomly spreaded over the sphere A, right? 3 negative charges and 3 positive charges. It means it is a uncharged body, or total charge on the body is 0, right? Near the body, suppose this is the plastic rod. It is a negatively charged body. Bring this plastic rod towards this sphere. What will happen? Due to this negatively charged body, all the positive charges are come towards the plastic rod, and the negative charges will repel. So due to this, what happens over here? Look at the board. See, all the positive charges will come closer to the plastic rod, and all the negative charges are repelled by the plastic rod. So this is known as the separation of the charges. Next step, we are going to make the connection to the ground. So this is known as the grounding. By doing this, what happens? All the electrons move towards the earth, right? All the electrons move towards the earth. After this, all the electrons went or gone to the earth. Only positive charges remains on the sphere A, right? And if we remove the plastic rod, the next step, remove the plastic rod. So the positive charges remains separated randomly, here, here, here. So before this, the rod or this sphere was a uncharged body. After the bringing a negatively charged body, the sphere A becomes a positively charged body. So in this method also we did what? The uncharged body becomes charged body. So these are the methods to charging the body. Now regarding the concepts, we are going to understand the example. See, the same concept or same example we are going to see here. How can we charge a metal sphere positively? Look at me very carefully, because I will give you a homework after solving this numerical, right. So, how can you charge a metal sphere positively without touching it? Without touching it, it means it is a second method, that is induction method, right. So, for that purpose again we are going to consider a sphere kept on insulating stand, right. This is the sphere A. Now, this is a uncharged sphere, means number of positive charges and number of negative charges are same, and the charges are distributed over the sphere. Now, we are going to bring a negatively charged plastic rod near the sphere. Due to this, what happens? We studied before. What happens? All the negative charges repels and all the positive charge attracts. So, second step, see, we will show it by diagram. All the positive charge will come closer towards the plastic rod and all the negative charges are repelled like this. So, this is the separation. In the next step, in that step, we make the connection to the ground. So, that is why all the negative charges move towards the earth and only the positive charges remains on sphere A. Now, we will remove the plastic rod. So, the positive charges will separate randomly over here. So, in this way we make this body positively charged, right. So, this was the example. Now, the homework for you. What is the homework? How can you charge a metal sphere negatively without touching it? So, this is the homework for you. I will give you a hint for the homework. See, consider a sphere kept on insulating stand, right. The sphere having number of positive charges and same number of negative charges. So, in this example, we bring a negatively charged body. Now, you bring a positively charged body over here. Due to this, what happens? All the negative charges will come closer and all the positive charge will go away. So, the second step, in that second step, all the negative charges will over here and all the positive charges are over here. In the next step, we will make the connection, means it is known as the grounding, known as the earthing. In this process, what happens? The number of positive charge equal to the electrons will move towards the sphere and they neutralize the effect, right. That is why this becomes 0, total charge becomes 0 due to this, and only negative charge remains on the body. Remove the body, right. Only the negative charges remains on the body and they will separate like this. So, this body becomes negatively charged body. So, this was the hint, you can solve it, right. So, this was the example. The homework is given to you. So, solve the example as the steps. Now, the example number 2. Example number 2. See what is given in the example number 1.2. A body having number of charges, but this body transfers 10 to the power 9 electrons in a 1 second to the next body. Suppose this is the body A, this is the body B. Understand? So, this is the question. The question is like this. Sphere A is transferring 10 to the power 9 electrons in a 1 second to the next body. So, the question is how much time it will take to become a 1 coulomb charge on sphere B. So, time equal to question mark. For the charge q equal to 1 coulomb. I am repeating the question. Look at the board properly. The body A is transferring 10 to the power 9 electrons in a 1 second. How much time it will take to convert 1 coulomb charge? That is the question. T equal to question mark, right? See, what is the concept first of all? We are moving towards the solution. What happens if only 1 electron move towards? So, what is the charge gained by the B body? So, by suppose we are calculating if only 1 electron transports towards the B body, then what is the magnitude of charge on B body? So, that is Q equal to N into E. How many charges transferred? Only 1. So, we will write 1, right? Instead of E, we will write 1.6 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So, what's happened? Only 1.6 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb is the answer. What happens if 2 electrons will go? So, instead of 1, we will write 2. So, answer will becomes 3.2. In a similar way, 3 electrons, 4 electrons, right? So, how many electrons? 10 to the power 9 electrons in 1 second. So, how much charge gained by the B body in a 1 second? That we are going to calculate. So, in a 1 second, charge gained by B body, that will be Q equal to N into E, right? So, we will put the value N equal to what? 10 to the power 9, 10 to the power 9. What is the value of E? 1.6 10 to the power minus 19, right? So, Q equal to, we will write 1.6 remains as it is. It becomes 10 to the power minus 10 coulomb. So, this is the Q. This is the value of charge. This is the value of charge gained by the B body in a 1 second. Now, mathematically, we will solve like this. In a 1 second, charge gained by the B body equal to 1.6 10 to the power minus 10 coulomb. Then, how much time it will take to gain 1 coulomb charge? This is the concept. How much time? So, to calculate the time, T equal to, make the arrangement, that is 1 multiplied by 1 divided by 1.6 10 to the power minus 10. By solving this, 1 by 1.6 multiplied by 10 to the power plus 10. So, 1 divided by 1.6 becomes 0.625. So, 0.625 10 to the power 10. So, this is the time in a seconds. Time in a seconds. You can convert this answer like this. Make the digit 6.25 10 to the power 9 seconds. So, this is your answer. Now, the question for homework, find out the time for 10 to the power 10 electron. So, instead of 10 to the power 9, you just take 10 to the power 10 electrons transferring from A body to B body. How much time it will take to become 1 coulomb, right? So, this is the question for homework. You can solve this, right? Now, we are moving towards the next question. I hope ये न्यूमेरिकल आपको अच्छे से समझ में आया होगा, तो आप लोग होमवर्क में ये न्यूमेरिकल कर सकते हो. अभी अपन एग्जाम्पल नंबर, सो वी आर मूविंग टुवर्ड्स द एग्जाम्पल नंबर 1.3. Example number 1.3. See, the question is like this: how much electron or protons are there in cup of water? See what is given, cup of water. In a cup of water, how many electrons and protons are given? This is the question. First of all, we must know that suppose water molecule contains H2O. Water molecule means what? 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. Hydrogen having 1 proton, and this having 8 protons. In general, every body is electrically neutral. Means H2O having 8 plus 1 means 10 proton and 10 electron. From this we can say that every body is electrically neutral. This is the very basic concept, right? So, in a cup of water, from this we can guess, in a cup of water, number of protons and number of electrons will be same. So, you just calculate that electron or proton because the number is same. This is the concept. This is the first concept. For that purpose, now we are going to solve the next concept, that is C, solution. Suppose that this cup of water having a 250 gram of water. So, mass, that is M equal to 250 gram. We have to assume that the cup of water contains M equal to 250 gram, and we must know the molecular weight of the water, that is 18 gram. Here we are defining, that is N. N means what? Number of molecules present in cup of water, and Na. Na is the Avogadro number, and that is 6.023 10 to the power 23 atoms or molecule. Atoms or molecule. Right? So, this is the required things to solve the numerical. We will use the formula, that is N divided by Na equal to M divided by Mo. From this we will calculate N. So, N equal to M divided by M0 into Na. So, we know the value of M, mass of water, that is 250 gram. M0 is also known, that is 18 gram. Na is the Avogadro number, the value is given. So, you can easily calculate the value of N, means number of water molecules present in a cup of water. So, how much charge present? So, for finding the charge, we know the formula, that is Q equal to N into E. So, here N is the number of molecules. So, we use the symbol capital N. So, we will replace this symbol by capital N. Solve the value of N, put it over here and get the answer, that is Q equal to how much? This is the homework for you, right? So, by solving this, you can calculate the value of N over here, and after solving the value N, you just put the value over here. E, we know that is 1.6 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So, you can easily calculate the value of charge present on cup of water, right? So, this was the example number 1.3. Now, I want to give you a homework. Instead of 250 gram, you just consider 100 gram of water and solve the numerical as it is.